course, right when I go live, I end up spilling my iced oolong tea. So, good afternoon, everybody. Early evening, I suppose. Do our traditional lighting of the incense. Get things kicked off. Pretty sunny here today in Brooklyn. Went for a walk. Saw my friend Karna from a safe social distance, so that was good. No one's yelling at me yet. Okay. Cool. So welcome everybody to live meditation with Jeremy. That's me, in case you were wondering. If you like the channel and you like the content that I'm doing, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Definitely helps me get the word out there. You know, the more subscribers I have, the better I look. Meditation's all about looking good, right? Not really, but I would appreciate it though, and I do really appreciate any help or support, and that's a pretty easy way to do it. Also, if you are interested, I am offering private meditation sessions, $50 an hour, but open to negotiate. So please just reach out to me. My email will be in the description below. Or if you have my number, any contact information, just hit me up. Let me know if you want to set something up. You know, again, open to negotiate. So please reach out if you want to get some one-on-one time, quality one-on-one time. And also, it's a really great way to kind of deepen and customize your practice just for you and try to figure out exactly what you need from your meditation practice. Every meditator is unique. Every meditator's journey is individual. So that's why I'm here to help you out. Cool. So today I was going to talk about, at first, I think I've been going back and forth between whether I want to talk about this or not, but I think we're going to do it. I'm going to talk about the 5 hindrances of meditation, or I'm going to talk about one of the 5 hindrances, and so from here on out, for the next 5 sessions, that's what you'll hear me be talking about. The traditional 5 hindrances of meditation. So what are those 5 hindrances, according to Buddhism? It is sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor. Oh God, am I forgetting them? Restlessness and cynical doubt. That's it, 5. So again, sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness, and cynical doubt. So those are the 5 hindrances. And so today we'll talk about sensual desire. And if you, if you want to preview and look into them, you can just Google 5 hindrances of meditation, and it will totally come up. So we'll explain a little bit more in the next upcoming weeks. But they're each helpful, I find. They're helpful for things to... they're helpful as things to look out for in your meditation. And once you get familiar with these concepts when you're meditating and these distractions come up, you can start to label them. You can be like, oh, that distraction's sensual desire, that distraction's ill will, but that's sloth, that's torpor, that's restlessness, that's cynical doubt. So for me personally, I found them to be really helpful. So why don't we talk about the first one? Let's talk about sensual desire and what does sensual desire mean? I mean, when we hear the word sensual, we often think of pleasure, pleasurable experiences, sensual experiences. Um, and really, so I think sensual brings up a certain image in our mind, in certain associations. But really, sensual pleasure, when it comes to the five hindrances, is really just any type of craving that you experience that's related to any of the senses that we have. So, what would be an example of sensual desire? Well, you're sitting down for your meditation practice and everything's going well, and all of a sudden you're like, man, I really want to watch a movie tonight. I could stop meditating now and just put on a movie now. Oh man, I've been meaning to watch that movie. That's sensual desire. That's a craving for a sensory experience that you're having while you're meditating. That's an example of sensual desire. You could be like, you're meditating, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're like, oh man, I really want to order a pizza for dinner tonight. That'd be so good. So good. That's also sensual desire. It could be, oh man, that cute girl I saw at the grocery store. I'd like to experience some sensual things with her, if you get my drift. That's also sensual desire. So anything that is related to your physical senses that you kind of begin to crave in meditation is this idea of sensual desire. And as I said in previous meditations, one of the biggest challenges of meditations is that it's pretty boring. And it's pretty boring, and so that craving for whatever type of sensual thing, whether it's music, movies, food, touch, comfort, taking a bath. I love to take baths. Not to say you shouldn't take baths, but you get my idea. You get my drift here, right? It's like anything that is can be labeled as a craving of the senses, a sensual desire. So when we meditate, don't take it. Don't beat yourself up if you can't do it, or if you don't notice it while you're meditating, but just try to see if any type of sensual desires comes up in your meditation. So if you're sitting down and you start thinking about what to have for dinner tonight, you know that it's sensual desire that's distracting you from your meditation. Cool. So why don't we go ahead and get started. So we'll do our body scan, take a break, breath meditation with some guidance, another break, and then we'll conclude with another round with no guidance. So I'll ring the bell twice to start. Make sure that you are taking a comfortable seat. That if you're sitting in a chair, make sure that your feet are flat on the ground. You can meditate with your eyes open or closed, and just make sure that your back is straight, but not rigid. So don't force it too much, but keep it upright. And I'll ring the bell twice to begin. Now we're going to bring our attention to our feet. Just noticing how our feet are in this moment. Maybe you're barefoot. Maybe you're wearing socks. Maybe you feel the carpet on the floor. Whatever you notice about your feet, just recognize that in this moment. Bring your attention there and focus on that part of your body. Alright, now we're going to move our attention up to our seat. Becoming aware of where our body comes in contact with either the floor or our chair. Just notice how you're supported. And feel the sensation of being held up during your practice. Now we'll move our awareness up to our belly. Begin to become aware of the movements of the belly as it moves along with the breath. Now we're going to bring our awareness up to our heart, feeling that point in the center of our chest. Just notice how that feels right now. Become aware of that part of your body. Now we're going to move our attention up to our shoulders, just feeling them, noticing them, becoming aware of how they feel right now in this moment. Now we're going to move our attention to the back of the head. Just becoming aware of this part of our body we don't often pay attention to. Now we're going to move our attention back down to our feet. Noticing any sensations or textures that we feel with this part of our body. Now we're going to move our attention up to our seat. Becoming aware of the support. Now we're going to move our attention up to our belly, noticing its movements. move our attention up to our heart. That space in the middle of our chest. Next, we'll move our attention up to our shoulders. Just becoming aware of this part of our body. Now we'll bring our awareness to the back of the head. Just noticing what we can feel when we focus on this part of our body. Alright, now we're going to bring our attention back down to our feet. Now we'll bring our attention up to our seat. Now we'll move our attention up to our belly. Now we'll move our attention up to our heart. Now we'll move our attention up to our shoulders. And now we'll move our attention to the back of the head. In just a moment I will ring the bell, ending our first round of meditation. Okay, time to take our 10-second break. Again, if you ever have any questions during the meditation, feel free to put them in the chat, and I will answer them before we end the live stream. I'm gonna stretch out my legs real quick. Okay. Okay, so now we are moving to breath meditation, focusing on the breath. And so, again, wherever you feel the breath the strongest for you in your body, that's where you want to place your attention. And here we're just watching the breath. We're not trying to change anything about the breathing. We're just trying to focus on our natural breath. Whatever our body feels like doing right now in this moment, that is okay. And of course, the rules are, if you notice, you follow the breath, and if you notice that you're no longer following the breath and you've become distracted, just gently bring your attention back to the breath. Don't beat yourself up if you notice that you're distracted. Just recognize that you're distracted and bring the attention back. Okay. So we'll do about 4 minutes. And here we go. So now we're going to move our attention to our breath, to the part in our body where we feel the breath the most. Just begin to watch the breath. And notice its natural movements. If while trying to watch the breath, you notice you become distracted, that's truly okay. Just recognize that you've been distracted. Gently bring your attention back to the breath. If a thought or feeling arises, you get swept away, that's truly okay. Just recognize that you've been distracted. Gently bring your attention back to the breath. And if you get lost in the past, start thinking about the future, it's truly okay. Just recognize that you've been distracted and gently bring your attention back to the breath. Alright, in just a moment I will ring the bell once, ending our second round of meditation. Okay, so another quick break. Just do anything but meditate right now. All right, let's do it. One more round, 4 minutes. This time, no guidance. So again, just place your attention on the breath. Watch the breath. When you notice you're no longer watching the breath, bring your attention back to it. Okay, here we go. Alright, in just a moment I will ring the bell 3 times. Ending our last round of meditation. On the third ring, I invite you to join me in a bow, dedicating all the merit we've accrued from our practice today to the benefit of all sentient beings, including yourself. So thank you all, again, and sincerely thank you all for practicing with me today, because not only do I believe it helps you, but it really helps me too, personally. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to teach. Also, again, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're into my content. I'm available for private sessions, starting at $50 an hour, but all open to negotiate. Also, I am planning, actually tonight, kind of my project for the evening is I'm going to be creating a piece of music, kind of ambient music, for me to do a guided meditation over. So keep an eye out for that. I'll try to finish that up within a week or two, and you can have that, and you can listen along and meditate with me whenever you want. So again, thank you so much. Double check, I don't think there's any questions. Nope, no questions in the chat. So again, thank you so much for meditating with me today, and I'll see you next time.